All right, I had to record this. Well, it's my maternal grandfather's birthday today, and the cards that I got, because I wanted to connect. Uh, First of all, of course, I sent my very first batch. I dispatched the first batch of my decks today, and the printer was taking quite some time, uh, you know, to make the boxes to contain those cards, and the fact that I should have time today to send it across in itself is not a coincidence. Second thing, of course, is I was asking for some ancestral guidance for wisdom from this grandparent of mine who has been a very prominent presence in my spiritual journey. And in Kim Krantz deck of the wild unknown, the analogy that I have used is the Father of Cups, a very intuitive, uh, you know, kind of uh, sometimes even a reserved person, but an ocean of emotions contained within this person has fascinated me because his zodiac chart, and some of the placements in my chart are so similar. Uh, our moon placements are in Cancer, and that was uh, how the connect started. And I also remember, like, the dish that one of my aunts made me today was exactly the dish that I had with him when I was in 10th standard on his birthday. And that's almost 16 years back. So none of that is a coincidence, I'm very sure. And so some questions that I asked, what karmic connections I'll resolve this year. So maybe 24, 25 till September 25. And I got a card like self-validation, which is card number 9. And it also asks you to reflect upon ways in which you can validate your own self. And something that I asked about my profession, and I got a card like calling, which is card number 8. I also got organic, which is card number 11. Uh, Creating healing, so many beautiful uh, cards. Standing on the threshold, uh, control, you know, bitter truth. How can I be easy on myself? So many of those pieces of wisdom, pieces of patterns and cycles that I've been working with and that have dominated my arcs, my journey. And the most important lesson that I learned today, of course, so far, the people that had bought or the people who had interacted, the closest people who had interacted with my deck were, of course, my parents and people who were inclined towards some sort of spiritual seeking. But uh, one loved one to whom I offered this deck just for, a feedback, and she was very honest about it, and she said the card of pain triggered me a lot, and she said not everything can be reduced to a psychological wound. And that's when I realized the reactions themselves that we get around the instrument. Uh, we, of course, the moment it's in the public domain, I have to be very, very objective about looking at the work. But instantly, why should it go and touch upon uh, the areas that sometimes we are not ready to acknowledge, the shadow areas that we have been struggling with? And that's also a success of an instrument like the deck of answers. So that remained with me. And in fact, the fact that I was quite possessive about my own work, and I found it hard to digest criticism and maybe even honest or constructive feedback and criticism at some point. And the maturity with which I handled, and it just descended. I mean, I didn't have to prepare myself to say that I embraced this wisdom, but it just came to me as I offered the deck, and that's the whole wisdom of Chaturthi, of launching the deck, of completing cycles around transmitting this wisdom, because it has been a year-long cycle since September 2023, and it crystallizes the wisdom of entire of 2023, one of the most transformational years of my life. So far that has been the journey, and if you would like to have your own copy of the deck of answers by Ambrosia, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.